never the game plan is to run into a fight, be majority of the points down, and then try and just in the last couple of rounds wing it and win. Like that's not what me, Ben, Rob, the team, that's not what we're planning for. We're planning to win a fight nice, concisely, put a good game plan together. But it does just show that sometimes when things don't go right, I'm not gonna head down and feel sorry for myself.
Chaos erupts as shocking news has just come out claiming Fabio Wardley's team confronted Tyson Fury backstage. What should have stayed behind closed doors reportedly turned heated, with tensions flaring and voices raised, instantly sending the boxing world into disbelief and turning this situation into a serious talking point.
What do you think I've done that?
Eddie Hearn is making it clear that reactions like this don't come from nowhere. He's pointing to provocation, personal lines being crossed, and pressure building around a world-level fighter like Tyson Fury. In boxing, once respect is broken, emotion takes over, and situations can spiral fast.
Someone pushes your buttons, when someone shoves you like that, when someone starts talking about your mum, no man, like, look, I'm a complete pussy, right? If you start talking about my mum and all this other stuff, I'm going to have a pop at you. I can't fight, but I don't care. I'll have a right go. And you're talking about the world heavyweight champion. If you start talking to him like that, if you shove him like that, he's going to react.
Tyson Fury is showing a very different energy in these moments, speaking with intensity and purpose. He's talking about redemption and hard work, which suggests this situation has clearly lit a fire in him. When Fury trains with this edge, history shows he becomes focused, dangerous, and far more determined to prove a point.
Hey guys, Tyson Fury here. Back in the gym, as you can see. Counting down the days until I can get my redemption.
Frank Warren is trying to pull everyone back to reality by reminding them what boxing is meant to be. He's saying this isn't about teams clashing or chaos backstage, it's about the fighters doing their talking in the ring. At the same time, his words underline just how heated things have become, because statements like this only come out when control is slipping and tensions are already boiling.
Well, this is not a gang fight, you know, the only two have been fighting are the boxers and save it for the night. They don't get paid to fight before the fight. Stupid.
The Wade concept is taking a balanced view, admitting lines were crossed, but also reminding fans this sport has always lived on the edge. He's pointing out that boxing history is full of wild moments that didn't stop great fights from happening. In that context, this situation feels less like a scandal and more like raw competitive fire, something Tyson Fury has always thrived on when the pressure rises.
Fighters on stage their face off? Of course not. Yes, it's over the line. You shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other. But it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game, in the combat sports world.
Duke McKenzie is leaning into the entertainment side of boxing, suggesting moments like this only add fuel to the event. He's arguing that controversy grabs attention and builds interest, and that's hard to ignore. For Tyson Fury especially, drama has often gone hand in hand with big performances, while Fabio Wardley also benefits from being pushed into the spotlight on a much larger stage.
I thought it was a stroke of genius personally. I don't see there's any harm in it. You know, this is the entertainment business that we live in now, and if you're not going to be entertaining...
Johnny Nelson is clearly concerned about timing and safety, focusing on how quickly things can get out of hand. He's highlighting the responsibility of the sport's authorities when tempers flare like this. Still, moments of chaos often reveal who can stay calm under pressure, and that mental strength has long been one of Tyson Fury's biggest weapons in heated situations.
This morning, man, to make the way how he's done it, you know, on the morning of a fight, it's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think shit. So I don't know.
Simon Jordan is brushing aside the outrage and putting this into historical context. He's saying boxing has always had moments that crossed the line, yet the sport carried on regardless. That perspective takes some of the shock away and shifts the focus back to the fighters themselves, where Tyson Fury's experience in handling chaos could end up being a decisive advantage.
An egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
Adam Smith is stressing the unpredictability that surrounds moments like this. He's pointing out that once emotions spill over, no plan is guaranteed to hold. In situations filled with tension and uncertainty, experience becomes priceless. Tyson Fury has lived through chaos at the highest level and understands how to adapt when things stop making sense. Fabio Wardley, on the other hand, is stepping into unfamiliar territory where nerves, focus, and control will be tested like never before.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of scripts.
Adam Smith is acknowledging that while this behavior is not ideal, it is part of boxing's reality. He's saying controversy often amplifies attention and raises the stakes. For Tyson Fury, moments like this have often sharpened his focus rather than distracted him. Fabio Wardley also gains from the spotlight, but now both men are under pressure to back up the noise with performances that justify all the drama.
This is big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Eddie Hearn is suggesting that repeated provocation eventually brings out raw aggression. He's framing this as the kind of tension that leads to intense battles rather than calm contests. For Tyson Fury, that kind of atmosphere can be dangerous for any opponent because he feeds off confrontation. Fabio Wardley clearly believes in himself, but stepping into an emotionally charged fight against someone so seasoned could demand a level of composure he has rarely needed before.
When you're getting poked like that in a face-to-face, after a while the temper goes, and it's good. I think it's going to be that kind of fight.
Fabio Wardley is speaking with total confidence, pointing to youth and freshness as his advantages. He believes he has the tools to hurt Tyson Fury and even finish him. That belief is important, but words alone do not win fights. Fury has faced bigger punchers and louder talkers before, and he's still standing. This is where belief meets reality, and where experience often exposes ambition.
Obviously, Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing and another. Well, that's all well and good, but you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up. Not to the great fighters. It doesn't stack up. So, he is where he is. Like I say, if he beat Fabio Wardley, that doesn't make him great. That doesn't make him great. You know what?
Ade Odolipo is framing this as a massive opportunity, especially for Fabio Wardley, and that point is hard to argue. A name like Tyson Fury instantly changes careers, money, and legacy. At the same time, it is important to understand the difference in motivation. Fabio wants the breakthrough moment, the night that defines him. Tyson Fury has already lived those nights and fought at the very top. That experience shapes how pressure is handled. For Fury, this is not about desperation or chasing status. It is about pride, control, and reminding everyone why he has survived at the elite level for so long.
Fury fight, I would love to see the Fabio Wardley fight. I think that's a great fight. I think that's a big fight as well. Fabio Wardley would love to get that call. Tyson Fury, I mean, that's jackpot financially. He would love that call. For Fury, it's a chance of becoming a world champion again, which obviously isn't Fury's drive, but I mean, it's a chance to become world champion again.
Liam Goff is breaking down Tyson Fury on a technical level and highlighting his ring intelligence. He is pointing out that even when Fury is not at his absolute peak, his ability to adjust and learn sets him apart. That is a crucial detail in this conversation. Fabio Wardley is talented and dangerous, but he relies heavily on momentum and belief. Fury has shown he can lose rounds, read opponents, and still take control later. Even a slightly diminished version of Tyson Fury brings layers of experience that cannot be trained overnight.
He's very good at, like, you look at the first Usyk fight. The first couple of rounds that Usyk was clearly winning out, landing Tyson Fury. You'd so many people saying, oh, Fury won like round one, where he didn't land anything. And he got hit a couple of times because of the showboat. And he didn't do as much of that in the rematch, interestingly enough, with Alexander Usyk. But he is very smart in there, Tyson Fury. And I keep saying, we need to really see what he looks like in his comeback fight before we can make any assessment or any judgments. If he's, say, 10% less of what he was in both Usyk fights, I still think that's enough to beat Fabio Wardley. I do. I'm not saying he wouldn't have his, hardships in that fight, certainly.
John Fury is speaking from a place of belief and history, describing the mindset that has carried Tyson Fury through the hardest moments of his career. He is not talking about hype or technique alone, but about resilience and refusal to break. That mentality matters when chaos surrounds a fight. When things get uncomfortable, some fighters look for exits. Tyson Fury looks for solutions. Fabio Wardley has confidence and hunger, but this kind of inner toughness is built over years of survival at the top, not moments of momentum.
Courage, heart and determination. you know, and you know, his will to win. He's got world-class balls, you know, and he's got a world-class heart. You know, he's a fighting man, and he believes in himself, and he knows that all the time he's in the fight, he can win.
Tony Bellew is backing Tyson Fury with conviction, focusing on his evolution rather than his past. He is highlighting adjustments in weight, conditioning, and approach, which shows a fighter still willing to refine himself. That is a dangerous sign for any opponent. Fabio Wardley brings freshness and ambition, but adaptation is what keeps champions relevant. Fury's ability to tweak details and prepare specifically for challenges is what separates him. When a fighter at that level is still improving, it sends a clear message that complacency is not part of the mindset.
There's no one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed his actual feet down because Daniel Dubois' feet was...
Everything about this situation now feels bigger than just a potential fight. What started as tension has turned into a moment that could redefine careers. If Fabio Wardley comes through this and beats Tyson Fury, it instantly launches him into a new level of the heavyweight picture, changing how he is viewed and how seriously he is taken worldwide. It becomes the defining win of his life. But if Tyson Fury answers all this noise by showing composure, control, and dominance, it sends a powerful reminder that experience still rules this sport. It proves that chaos, criticism, and outside pressure only sharpen his edge rather than weaken him. Mentally, this is where the real battle sits. Fabio Wardley is hungry, fearless, and convinced this is his time. Tyson Fury has been here before, faced bigger storms, and survived when many doubted him. Desire versus durability, belief versus battle-tested mindset. That contrast is what makes this so fascinating. Now the question is simple. Who handles the pressure better when everything feels explosive? Who truly wants it when the noise fades and the gloves are on? Let your voice be heard. Are you backing Fabio Wardley to shock the world, or are you standing with Tyson Fury to remind everyone who runs the heavyweight stage? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the debate.